Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Coline's Yoga. Let's do together a healthy spine session this morning. So you're definitely going to need a support for this one, either a cushion, a big towel that you can fold, or a blanket like this. We are going to start on our back, so we can start by gently coming down. So placing your feet down. We're going to bring the feet together. You are not going to need the support straight away. Just keep it handy, really. When placing the feet together, we're going to start walking the hands down, coming down gently onto the forearms first. And then we can release the arms out to the sides. Bring the head down, relax the shoulders down. Then you can release the hands. The palms can be facing up. Keep your fingers soft. We are going to start by just focusing on the breathing, taking some deep breath in through the nose. So take your time. Try to just relax here. Let the breath come in naturally to you. And on the exhale, we're going to try to relax the body, soften as you let the breath out through the body, releasing all the tensions one by one. Let's do this a few more times. Take your time, try to gently relax. Soften every muscle that you can feel is a little bit tense. Soften the stretch into the legs as well. See if you can bring the feet slightly closer to the buttocks. Relax the knees. Keep your back long and soft. Today we're going to do a healthy spine session, which means we're going to do a lot of twist and some posture to help you keep your spine really healthy, to keep some flexibility and mobility into your spine. So let's start by breathing in. See the length, feel the length in your spine. Gently take the breath out all the way through, lengthening the spine as you go. When you release, try to completely release the body into the mat to completely soften. We are going to take one last deep breath here. And on the next inhale, we are going to bring the knees in and start by gently massaging these lower back. So bringing the legs in, we're going to circle them around from side to side. Start with tiny, teeny circles. You can see I'm barely moving. We just want to engage this lower part of your spine on the mat. Gently release the tensions there. And as you go, you can make the circles bigger and bigger. Engage more of the hips. Take your knees further out to the sides. We're going to keep the spine long and straight. So keep the neck soft and release. Tuck your chin slightly under. Keep on breathing here. This is a nice way to wake up and start the day, to gently loosen up the spine. Let's do this the other way around now. Start circling your legs in the opposite directions. You can keep the circles quite small, and again make your way up to bigger circles as you inhale. Let's do a couple more here. See if we can slightly engage a little bit more, engaging more of the lower back as well. Taking the knees further out to the side. Coming back to the center, you can open up the arms wide. We're going to do a lateral twist. So arm horizontal. We're going to inhale in the center, breathing in deeply. And exhale, let's take the legs to the left side. So nice twist onto your right. You don't have to take your legs too far, just keep your knees together. Inhale to come back to the center. Exhale, knees to the right, head to the left side. Press both shoulders down, make sure the shoulders stay down in the mat. Inhale, come back to the center. Just work your way into it. Keep it nice and small in the beginning, keeping the knees together. Head and knees in opposite directions. Shoulders down into the mat. Just press on those both shoulders when you exhale. Inhale to come back to the center. We'll do a few more here, so take your time, follow your own breath. Inhale to the center, take your time here. Exhale, legs to one side, head to the opposite. And again, inhale back to the center, exhale to the opposite side. Let's do one more on each side. Inhale to come back to the center. Exhale, leg to the right, head to the left. And for the last one, keep the knees together. And let's come back to the center. We're going to place the feet down. Back up a bit. Placing the feet down into your mat, just below your buttocks. We're going to do a little bridge sequence. So placing your palms down into your mat. You can press the palms here. Arms on either side of your body. We're going to come up on the inhale. If you inhale and push buttocks and the abdomen, and maybe the chest as well if you are, and gently come down on the exhale. Let's do this a few more times. Inhale, we're going to push up. We keep shoulders on that. Lift the buttocks. Keep the knees parallel at all times. Hip distance apart. Lift the buttocks even higher. Lift the hips. Breathe in and release on the exhale. Let's do two more. Take a deep breath in to come back up. Take your time, press in. Inhale, lift up. Keep the knees parallel. Relax the neck and the shoulders. Lift up a little bit higher if you can. This time you can interlace the fingers behind the back and pull the shoulders down. Breathe here, take a couple breaths. See if you can lift a bit higher. Remember to bring the knees in together to stay parallel. We're going to release the hands and take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, release the back down completely until you're resting onto your mat. You can take a breath here. We're going to do a last one here. Taking a deep breath in to start, we're going to push up onto both hands. Keep the shoulders down. Lift the buttocks, the hips, the abdomen. See if you can lift chest as well. You can interlace the fingers. Maybe do the other way around this time, behind the back. Pull the shoulders down. Keep on lifting up, but make sure to bring the knees back together. Don't let them go out to the side. For those who are a bit more advanced or want to do something more advanced, we can lift a leg up as well. So make sure you place your weight onto a leg and gently lift the other one up. Don't drop the buttocks. Keep the buttocks up. And we're going to inhale deeply here. You can release the hand. Exhale. We come down. Slowly and gently take your time, release the spine completely. And we are going to bring the knees in this time for counter stretch. So bring the knees into the chest. Stay here. Take a few breaths here. See if you can relax the shoulders, soften the neck. And just exhale. Inhale, and on the exhale, bring the knees closer to your chest to gently stretch the back and the spine as you do that. You can release the hands down and the legs in front of you as well. I do hold myself here, it doesn't matter. We are going to do one last posture here before we move on to going onto our belly. So placing the hands below the buttocks, both hands. We're going to stick the elbows out. We did do this posture last week, I think. It is called fish pose or Matsyasana. And sticking the elbows out, make sure you keep on pressing the shoulders down. They are going to come off slightly, but don't worry. Try to just press them down. Keep the neck really soft at all times. It is a strong posture for the spine, so take your time to go into it. It's really important. Make sure you keep the head straight. Again, do not look at the computer when you do it. Keep your head straight, your spine in a long straight line, and we are going to inhale. We're going to lift the chest off the mat using the elbows. You're going to push up on your elbows. You can stick them out to the side, and you're slightly going to lift the chest off the mat, keeping the back of your head onto your mat. Make sure your head is on the mat at all times. Then bring the chest up, lifting the upper back. Keep the legs relaxed, or you can keep the feet together as well if you prefer, if you want to go further. We're going to release, come down really slowly, gently let the back come down to the mat. Release the hands out, once back down. Make sure that the spine's long and straight. Again, wiggle the spine. So shoulder blades and lower back are in contact with the mat and release here. That is quite a strong posture, but really good one to keep your spine healthy and bring flexibility back into certain places. Now we're going to roll onto the side. You can use your left hand to push up slightly and then come into a child's pose. You can come onto your knees, placing your hands just under your shoulders, and then you can bring your feet together. Simply just gonna start sitting onto those feet, keeping the hands forward, and we're gonna walk those hands even further forward and come down, resting the forearms and then resting the head down. You can also use your support on this one if that is easier for you. You can place your cushion or blanket in between your knees, straight in front of you, and gently release here. If it's a thick cushion, if it's just a little blanket, you might want to fold it as much as possible and maybe rest your head on it for more support. Or also just place it on your chest. Sometimes it's a really good release, especially if you're pregnant as well. It's a good way to do the posture. Let's breathe here for a couple breaths. Take your time. Try to completely release and relax in this posture. Push your tailbone down into your heels to release the lower back. And see if you can stretch those arms even further forward, walking those hands slightly to go a little bit further. Let's take a last deep breath here. Stretch even more. And we're going to come onto all fours. forward so you can release the support. Place your hands below the shoulders. Knees are hip distance apart. The feet are flat. And we're going to do cat to cow stretch, which is a really good one for the spine. Inhale, we are going to take the tailbone up, take the chin up, look up. Exhale, you take the chin into the chest, tailbone down, push the spine up. And again, inhale, drop the belly down, take the chin up, tailbone up, shoulders down. Exhale, bring chin in, belly in, tailbone down. And again, inhale, look up, tailbone up, drop the shoulders down and the belly. Exhale, bring the belly up to the spine. Keep those feet flat. Don't move the rest of the body, the hips or the legs. Stay in the same position. Really drop this belly down when you inhale. Exhale, push the belly up. And again, let's do 2 more here. Take your time, see if you can go a little further. Take your head further up. Exhale, bring the chin into the chest, belly up to the spine. And inhale, and on the next exhale, just bring the belly and then back into a neutral position. So nice and flat, just tuck your tailbone slightly under, keep the rest of the back flat. And we are going to go to the side now. So exhale to one side, take the tailbone and the head to one side. Don't move the shoulders too much or the rest of the body. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale to the opposite side. Again, just tailbone and the head to one side. Inhale back to the center. Bring this back nice and flat. Make sure to tuck. Nice way to gently bring some space back into your spine in between your vertebrae. And if you come back to the center, make sure you're tucking that tailbone under and exhale to the side. And the last one on each side now. Come back to the left side. Inhale back to the center and we finish on the right side. Inhale, come back to the center. We're going to inhale the right arm up. Look up to your right hand. Exhale, bring that arm down all the way, shoulder down into the mat. Keep the feet parallel. And you can either stay here or bring the left arm around. Just leave it to rest in your lower back or on the top of your right thigh. Breathe here deeply, relax from the hips, relax the upper body forward. And inhale to come back up, use your left hand to push back up. And exhale in the center, inhale that left arm up, look up to your left hand. Exhale, bring that arm down all the way, shoulder down. Take your gaze past your left fingertips and you can keep your right hand there or bring your arm behind your back or rest your hand on top of your left thigh. Inhale deeply. Release from the hips forward, keep the feet parallel. And inhale, bring the right hand down, push up. Come back into all fours. We'll do another child's pose here. Breathe in for 3. And then coming in the center of your mat, we're going to do the camel posture. So you want to come up onto your knees. If it is too much for your knees, you can place your blanket below these knees. Got a little cat, as you can hear. Otherwise, make sure you keep your feet parallel, hip distance apart. The hips are facing forward. And we are going to place the hands on the hips first, spine long and straight. And then gently lower one hand onto an ankle and the second hand onto the other ankle. Then pushing the chest forward, release the head back, release the shoulders. And to come back up, gently bring the hands back onto your hips and come forward. We're going to do one more. I'm just going to turn side because I'm a bit on a slope here. Okay, that'll be easier this way. So feet parallel, hip distance apart, hands on the hips. Tuck your tailbone under, spine long and straight. We're going to start by gently going back, placing one hand onto an ankle, and then pushing the hips forward. We're going to place the second hand onto the other ankle. Make sure you push those hips forward, lift the chest, relax the shoulders, then you can drop the head down. To come back, start by placing one hand onto one hip, lift yourself forward, come forward, and we're going to go straight up into a downward facing dog. So you can to stretch the back nicely. We're going to press the heels down, tuck the buttocks under, tuck the tailbone under as well, lengthen the spine, lengthen the legs and the arms. You can walk your leg one by one. I'm bending one knee after the other. Stretch nicely. And we're going to walk the feet forward to the hands. Bend the knees here. Release the upper body forward. And then straightening the legs a little bit. So breath in here. Bring those arms up. Lengthen yourself here. Exhale forward. Keep the back horizontal first. Keep the legs straight as well. You can keep the arms horizontal and then release deeply forward. Release the upper body. We're going to try to keep the legs slightly straight here if you can. So keep the knees soft. Make sure the hips are directly above the knees. Then release the upper body forward. You can grab hold of your hands behind your legs. And release deeply here. Then we're going to place the hands down. You can bend the knees now. We're going to step back into a downward facing dog. Take your time. Correct your own alignment. Make sure your hands are on the same line as your feet on either side. Lift his hips up. Lengthen the spine. Keep the spine long and straight. Push his heels down. Take a deep breath in here. And on the next inhale, we're going to bring the knees down. And we're going to go straight into a child's pose. Bring the feet together. Then sit back onto your feet. Stretch these arms forward. Breathe here. Let's take 2 deep breaths. Make sure you're tucking that tailbone under. Push the buttocks down onto your heels. I didn't say it before, if you need a support, if you cannot reach your heels, which does happen when we're lacking flexibility into our shin and legs, you might have to use your support. Just place it like this under your buttocks, and it'll give you a bit more grip as well, a bit more comfort. And don't worry, this is something you can practice often and often to get more flexibility, and you will get there at some point, I guarantee you. If you do it often, you will be able to sit down on your feet at some point. We're going to release, we're going to come forward, and we're going to do a nice twist. So we're going to sit down. You can use the support on this if you need to. So place it just on the edge of your buttocks, of your sitting bones, sitting just on the edge. We're going to start by taking that right knee forward. So you're going to sit onto sitting onto support with your left leg down. You want to have the left foot on the outside, pointing out towards your right hip. Make sure you're not sitting on that left foot. Make sure you take it outside. That's it. Then we're going to place the right foot on the outside of the left knee for a dip twist. Okay, does that make sense? I think I should probably be sitting in front of you to show you. There we go. That's a bit better. You can bring both arms up on the inhale. We're going to lengthen the spine here. So breathe in deeply, push the shoulders down, lengthen the spine all the way to the top of the head. Reach further up, and on the exhale, we're going to twist to the right side, so turning to your right leg. Make sure you keep that foot down so it's pushing down onto the mat, and you can wrap your arm around and twist, or you can also place, change angle. You can also do it this way. Or you can also place your arm behind your right leg and bend your elbow. Keep that palm of the hand facing toward you. And then twisting, using that right hand for support for the back. Make sure the shoulders are on the same level. Take your gaze as far behind you as you can. Keep the neck nice and soft. Make sure the spine is as straight as possible. See if we can twist a little further behind. And we're going to release. To release here, you can bring both knees together. You can sit on the support. Bringing the knees in together, we're going to inhale, lengthen the spine long and straight. I'm a little bit over time. I know, I just want to finish up with this one. And exhale, release the chin and the head forward. Inhale, bring that head straight back up. We're going to do the other side. So you can start by placing your right knee down. The foot is out to the left side. Make sure you're not sitting on it. And then we're going to bring the left foot onto the outside of the right knee. Make sure the spine's long and straight again. Inhale those arms up. Lengthen the spine here, lower the shoulders. It's nice if I do it this way. Keep your foot down into your mat, long and straight here. Exhale, we're going to turn towards the left knee, so you can wrap your left arm around it, or gently place your right arm behind your left knee. Getting confused here. It is the end. So it looks like this. Otherwise, Am I doing it this way? Sorry, guys. We're getting there. Okay, so twisting gently, using your back arm for support. If you bend the arm, that's what it looks like. Palm straight, facing forward. Then turn your gaze behind you. Keep the spine long and straight. Or you can also wrap it this way. Push the shoulders down. You want them to be on the same line. No, nice long deep breath here. Let's take one more. Let's see if we can twist a bit further. Relax the shoulders and the neck and release. Bring these knees together. Hug these knees in and inhale, lengthen the spine. Long and straight, reach up with the top of your head. Exhale, release forward. Couple deep breath here. And you can release here. I'm gonna let you go here. Now at home, because we've done quite a strong session for the spine, it is important that you take 2 minutes at least in a sitting position, but ideally and then lying down in Savasana. Take your time, just lie down in your mat, focus on your breathing for a few minutes, and you'll see all the benefits of this session. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Got the sun coming out now as well, so it's good timing. I will see you tomorrow morning at the same time for a new practice. Have a nice day.